Hi, everyone. I'm Shirley Sorotsky, Associate Artistic Director and Education Director at the Hangar Theater. To start, a land acknowledgement to honor those who have been living and working on the land where the Hangar Theater resides from time immemorial. We acknowledge that the Hangar Theater is located on Indigenous lands of the Cayuga Nation, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Susquehannock people, and recognize the Indigenous peoples who have lived and continue to live here. We acknowledge the sovereignty and longstanding presence of these people on this land, which precedes the establishment of the Hangar Theater, the city of Ithaca, New York State, and the United States of America. I want to first, before we get into more about what you're about to see this evening, thank our partner in flight, CFCU, Community Credit Union, and Cayuga Radio Group. I also want to thank our partner in the arts, Ithaca College. What you'll be seeing tonight is performed by members of the Hangar Lab Company, which has existed since 1989. Since then, the Hangar Theater has been home to the Hangar Lab, a theater training program designed for advanced college students and theater artists transitioning into the professional world. The program offers an immersive hands-on experience in a repertory environment, supplemented by classes and workshops taught by career professionals and educators. This year, we held our very first ever virtual lab. And now I'm going to hand it over to our director deviser of the piece that you're about to see, Amanda McRaven, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about the creation of the work. Handing it over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Shirley. Welcome. I'm in Los Angeles on the land of the Tongva people. One of the great perks of the times we're living in, as weird as they are, is to get to work across country. So it's been a real pleasure to work with all these folks on the East Coast. So what you're about to see didn't exist 4 weeks ago. The company devised it from the source text of Chekhov's Three Sisters and the political times that we are living in right now. The times we're living in right now, I should say. We are very conscious of, we wanted to work with a source text, because when you're devising, it's always nice to have a spine, but we're conscious of the fact that Chekhov can be seen as problematic. And so we also wanted to decolonize that. So we didn't want to do the Three Sisters, but to use it as a source to create the play they wanted to create. So what you're seeing, all the writing is by the company members. They're remarkably talented. They worked incredibly hard. It's very much speaking to the times that we're living in. So they've done a remarkable job, and I'm really excited for you all to see it. After the show, we're going to have a Q&A. So we would love for you to stick around, put your comments in the YouTube chat. Our wonderful AD, Gregory, will pass them on, and we'll get to hear more from the company about the process. So without further ado, please enjoy what they've created for you. This is On Fire.
Olga? Hey! Oh my god, you guys look so cute.
What's
I'm
up?
so happy we're doing this. It's like,
Hey guys.
nipple dance.
You guys were so on. Mark, your hat. Oh my god.
You guys, who was the host? Like, the host
Mom,
was
I'm having some sort of issue going on. I don't know what it is.
I'd sell your heart to the junk man, baby, for a buck. For a buck. If you're looking for some underboard, you're out of that ditch, you're out of luck. You're out of luck. Ship is sinking. The ship is sinking. The ship is sinking. There's a leak in the boiler room. The poor, the lame, the blind. Who were the ones that we kept in charge? Killers, thieves, and warriors. God's away, God's away, God's away on business, business. God's away, God's away, God's away on business, business. Digging up the tape with the shovel and the pick. It's a job, it's a job.
It's a job.
Rising with the plague and the fun, doing the bomb, doing the bomb. It's all over. It's all over. easily in the boiler room. The poor, the lame, the blind. Who are the ones that we kept in charge? Killers, thieves, and lawyers. God's away, God's away, God's away. God's away on business, business.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Oh, it is such a beautiful day. I don't know why I feel so happy. This morning I woke up and it was my birthday and suddenly I felt so happy. And I was laying in bed thinking about my childhood when things were simpler, or even 2 months ago, things were simpler then, or at least way more fun. I could have actually celebrated my birthday in person with friends, but I'm not going to think about that. Today I choose to focus on the good things: Netflix, eating cake, being done with finals, not being evicted from my apartment, thanks to my parents and friends, lots of friends. There are so many things to be thankful for this year. I think it's going to be a great year.
Dude, I cannot do this shit anymore. Like, being back with my parents has made me really look at the people in this town. No culture, no desire to learn more than anything more than what they're used to. They are perfectly content with being townies. I don't think they care about anything else happening outside of here too. Ugh, it's so boring and I'm exhausted. If I lived here all the time, I'd...
Honestly, Austin, I think home is the best place for you to be right now. You're like almost a mom, and the city mid-pandemic is no place for a newborn. I think everyone is bored right now, you know? And local or not, we're all really fucking sad and scared, and the fear and uncertainty can just suck you in so easily. I will say though, I do think the same things about my town. It feels like being in the city was this past life or dream or something, and now I'm back in high school when all I wanted was to get out of here. Fuck, oh my God, ugh. I'm so tired. I don't know how. I'm so glad you answered though. I just needed a break from everything.
Of course.
Thank you for being like the best listener I know. Honestly, you are going to be an incredible mother. Are you all right?
I don't know. I feel guilty that I'm okay right now. Guilty that I'm bringing a white kid into this world. She'll probably be fine. We aren't the ones most affected by the virus, which makes me feel more guilty, you know?
Yeah,
Yo, what is up, my dudes?
Oh, hey, Martin.
Hey, do either of you guys have a sourdough starter? Hank? No?
So today I was bored and I started reading my old diary. And I thought, how absurd. My God, I'm a high school history teacher.
Sorry, I can't hear you. My connection is bad.
It's okay. I mean, what did I expect from online therapy? I just need to talk to someone. I don't know how to connect with my sisters. They're just so different from me. I'd rather talk to a therapist than to them.
Well, sure. Let me know how I can help. Not again. God, my Wi-Fi sucks.
So, remember last time I said I worked for this congressman? He would invite me to have coffee and he'd talk about his nonprofit, his travels to Paris, classical music, all the good things he wanted to do for the society and all the great things he sees me aspiring to as well. I was so young then, a freshman in college, so easily impressed, so easily flattered.
What happened?
Well, he invited me to see this Broadway show, and I've never seen a Broadway show before, so of course I said yes. I remember taking a selfie with my new dress, holding the playbill. I was so happy. And 10 minutes into the show, his hand was in my dress. And I froze. I couldn't move. I should have slapped him. I should have walked out of the theater right then. But I was afraid. Now I spend all my time figuring out how to teach kids world history over Zoom. And I was thinking, what kind of world, what kind of history do they need to learn about?
So someone's requesting to join our call, but
what?
Has it ended yet? Hold on.
It's been so long since I've seen you. Do you want a Netflix party, Middle Edition Sports or something later tonight?
Okay. Hold on, Restore. We haven't finished our session yet.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Where were we? Yeah, I totally get what you were saying. Anytime I get really overwhelmed or feel myself spiraling, I have to like take a step back and be like, well, at least you're healthy, you're home, and this will probably be the only time that this ever happens.
Hopefully.
Isn't it so fucking crazy though, how we have no choice but to work still constantly, right? Like before this happened, I was going and going all the time that I honestly was forgetting who I was. But at the beginning, I thought this was a much needed time to like take a step back and breathe. But now it's just really depressing, like a catch-22 type thing. Shit, I wish I was a kid again. What did those little fuckers even have to do?
Watch yourself. I'm with child. I just want things to be normal again, if that's even possible.
Yo, can one of you guys drive me to Target?
Martin.
Okay, I need flour and a whisk and a mixing bowl and a bathing suit.
I can take you tomorrow, but you have to sit in the back seat.
Totally. You got the baby, social distancing. I'll even be in the trunk. Not an issue.
So, that guy you've been seeing,
Russell?
does he make you happy?
I mean, I know what it's like to, you know, love my parents and love my friends, but being with someone else that way, I don't really have anything to compare it to, you know? Like I can kind of ramble on sometimes or go on about something I'm passionate about like everyone else does, but he can be really quiet and does a lot of thinking. And I don't know if I bother him or not. Then if we have like a fight about something, it gets very intense out of nowhere. And then we both get heated and it can go on for a long time. And it's just like, whoa. Okay, I don't have the energy for this right now. So I'm not very sure.
So the strains I have are purple monkey balls, purple Urkel, crouching tiger, hidden alien, and OG white girl.
Funny ass names. What's the difference between those purple ones?
Purple monkey balls is a smooth indica, and purple Urkel is a special mix. It'll knock you out.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the indica one. How much for an eighth?
$100.
The fuck?
It's premium shit. And it's harder to deal during quarantine. Supply and demand. Basic.
Yeah. I bet. Gotta do it behind your mom's back, don't you?
Yeah, it's tough.
I bet. It would be so much worse if she found out though, right?
Yeah, but she
unless I tell her.
Dude.
You're scamming people with that price. You should get shut down.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'll take that eighth for $40 plus a pre-roll as a thank you, okay? For my discretion. Contactless delivery on my back porch tonight after 10 p.m.
No fucking way is that happening.
Look, honey, just say the word and I will Facebook message your mother and tell her how you left the house without out.
Monica! Thank fucking Christ. I need some monkey balls left. Do you have any?
Oh boy.
Say hi, Dada. Hi. Oh, I swear she was making all sorts of noises earlier.
Hi, baby. I love you so much. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry I'm not there to meet you in person. Mommy is staying safe in the country, but I'll see you so soon.
You hear Daddy's voice? Oh, I wish you could see her face. She has your eyes and your dimples.
I know. It kills me that I can't be with you right now. When you come home, I just want to hold her for hours. Okay? A few hours.
You can hold her as long as you want. More than a few hours, please. I need a nap more than anything.
Of course, anything. I'll pick you up tomorrow, yes?
Yes. We did it, John. We're parents.
We're parents.
You look cute.
Thanks.
So what's up? How are you, cutie?
So I just wanted to call you and let you know that I'm actually leaving the city pretty soon.
Whoa. For how long?
I mean, I don't really know until it's safe, I guess, you know, because I'm immunocompromised and it just doesn't make sense for me to be here anymore.
Yeah, but like I could help you, you know? I'll just get all your groceries for you.
Really nice. That's really nice. But like I want to be able to go outside, you know, and I can't ride the subway, and the parks aren't within walking distance, and all my friends are either leaving or I just can't see them. So
yeah, but if you go to Connecticut, you're not going to see your friends anyways, so I don't really know why that makes a difference.
well, I mean, I have some friends back home too.
Okay.
What?
No, nothing.
Natasha. What?
It's just like, what, you're leaving the city for quarantine, but you're not going to be quarantining in Connecticut? Like, we could just, have you thought about like quarantining here together?
Oh.
What, is that crazy? Come on. We like basically go back and forth every day already.
No, it's not crazy, but you know, we just don't know how long this quarantine is going to last. Like it could be 2 years, you know?
Okay, so what, you're just gonna leave and then I'm not gonna see you for 2 fucking years? Like what?
Obviously, we wouldn't go 2 years without seeing each other.
Oh, so, okay, now it's not gonna last for 2 years. Now it's just you changed your mind. Quarantine's not 2 years long. Cool.
My mind, no, Natasha, I don't get to decide how long quarantine's going to last. Like, what are you even talking about? Why are you getting upset right now?
Because you literally said that the reason that you don't want to quarantine together is because it could be 2 years, right? Can't commit to me for that long, right?
Jesus. No, I don't want to. I can't have this fight. No.
So then tell me that I'm fucking wrong. Tell me that I'm wrong, Sarah. Jesus. Just look at me, please. Look at me.
I don't want to be in a relationship anymore.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No. No, you're not. You're not gonna date me for 1.5 years and then break up with me on fucking FaceTime. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh my God, you're so fucking annoying. Are you serious?
Stop calling me that. Listen, I don't have to sit here and let you berate me. You know, I can hang up the phone.
So do it. Fuck. Just look at me, please. Sarah. Sarah. Okay. Yeah. Fine.
We're sorry. The person you're trying to reach is not available. To leave a message, press 1 now. We're sorry. The person you're trying to reach is not available. To leave a message, press 1. We're sorry.
Nice to see you, Sarah. How have you been coping?
At this point, I have too much time to overanalyze, to think. You know, I replay our last conversation in my head and I nitpick at every word and every facial expression. I don't know if the replay is accurate or if it's like a dramatization, but in it I'm villainous and I'm horrible and I'm empty. I mean, I try to distract myself, right? Like a constant stream of movies. I can't worry about anything else when Harry and Sally are driving across country or when Kat Stratford and Patrick Verona kiss for the first time at that party. But I can't watch regular television. Especially right now, the news, it arouses too much in me and I get compulsive about the remote clicking around, worried about missing anything. I can't handle it.
So the only news I'm seeing are the devastating headlines about how this virus is affecting the Black community and people of color. Being stuck in my mom's house, the TV goes from CNN to the local news, from the local news back to CNN. I can't help but watch it.
Well, I'm glad you chose to reach out to find someone to talk to.
I've been pretty hesitant to do so, but I've been told that this would be good for me. How do I start?
You can start by just telling me what's on your mind.
On my mind. What's on my mind is murderers getting away with it because of their job title. People I considered friends during parties and shit mid-pandemic. How I go to protests and have to hear the promises but not action from my community. People only care about Black Lives Matter to an extent. They're just angry about their inability to go to their favorite restaurants. I'm in my basement while talking to you because I'm scared to let anyone else know how tired I am. Not with the virus, but with the understanding that no matter how many peaceful protests, petitions, sit-ins, and promises for reformed policies take place, the root of the issue will remain solid, seemingly unbreakable. Something way bigger has to happen, and right now I don't know what that could be.
I know I am supposed to know all the answers, but our system has a deep wound. It's a struggle to fight for what is right, but I am here to listen and talk for as long as you need. This is we move on to communicate, to educate, and to fight. For what? Remember, when you are lost, you're not alone.
I mean, nothing is really affecting me up here. I feel pretty detached from everything and everyone. What's happening in the city feels like a memory of a weird dream.
You say you feel detached. What from exactly?
My life. I mean, yeah, my life. It seems like everything I once knew is disintegrating right in front of me. I was never really close with my sisters, but for some reason I feel like we're growing even further apart with everything going on these days. I guess I never really knew where they were coming from, but it's now all just hit me like a ton of bricks.
So, your family?
We've been always sort of distant, our family. Actually, I'm not even sure that I will call them family. I've done everything for them, but when I need them, they just ignore me. So I keep myself busy with work, you know? So I try not to be bothered by that. I feel like I'll only earn their respect by climbing up the ladder. And then maybe one day I'll feel like I belong.
Well, do you talk to them much?
I mean, sure, we don't talk as much as I would like, but you know, we're still sisters. I mean, no matter what anyone says. You know. Irina was the youngest and always a bit more naive, to say the least. Olga and I, we knew much more. The world isn't always what it seems, but Olga just thinks she's the victim without ever doing anything to change it. I don't know how to make them stop escaping and face the problem.
Work too? You don't find it stimulating anymore?
I mean, I stare death in the face constantly. You think I'm shocked by it anymore? I only react for the sake of those watching. So I don't seem robotic, so I am still human in their eyes. Personally, I don't care about death. It happens to everyone. Who cares if it's avoidable? Who even cares if I am responsible? To suppose? Think that I wasn't raised right. I'm a cop. So was my father and so was his father. It's in my blood. And this uniform? It tells the world that I'm a hero. I'm an unquestioned authority. My quote-unquote unjust actions, they're forgiven or forgotten in the eyes and minds of the majority. No matter how much anyone objects, a part of them will always trust me deep down. They've been taught to, since they could walk, but only if I keep up the fake reactions. The only way I keep their trust. You think I'm fucked for not being more affected by the death I see every goddamn day?
It's not my job to judge you. What are you doing to stay grounded?
Taking baths, getting high, sleeping.
And how does that make you feel?
Sleeping.
What the hell? What the hell? Okay,
So how
you cannot hear this house for
do you know that the verdict
when I'm most sleeping,
Make sure they're okay, and I'll read a book and maybe
Stay positive or whatever you know, but I don't
Yes.
What's this?
A prescription. You're sad, right?
Yes, I'm sad.
Well, great.
Great?
Oh, sorry, not great. That's just a confirmation.
Okay, great.
Great.
On Monday, we made love, and you said it was one of the sacred times. We haven't had one in a while. On Tuesday, we bathed, and I dusted your face with the flower face. Shut up. I took a picture and you're smiling at me. On Wednesday, you told me not to worry. Your insecurities aren't valid. Of course, I feel the same way. Why can't you trust that? On Thursday, I missed you. I told you that I missed you. On Friday, I thought about Wednesday and decided you were. On Saturday, you said that you had fallen out of love with me a while ago. And you had no answers to any of my questions. I'm sorry. On Monday, we had made love, and you said it was one of the sacred times. Was that because you knew it was the last?
bad dream?
Yeah, I've been having the same one for days.
What happened?
Well, my boyfriend gets really tense all the time. I guess that doesn't explain it all. He's like, okay, so he's a germaphobe, he's a hypochondriac, he's an incredible actor, but he's always stressed. And yep, he's also black. So I like to massage him because I'm really good at that. So and I noticed that he like falls asleep just like during the massage. I can just bring him to sleep and he feels safe with me, like he trusts me. He's all about love and trust. And in my dreams it just turns to shit, like in my dreams he's lying down, but he's not asleep, he's dead, and he can't breathe, and I can't do anything, and some stupid Wilmington cop just said that he wants to slaughter N-words for no reason, like white men terrify me, and I can't do anything. It just fucks with me. I'll catch you later. I'll talk to you later.
Let us march! 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 Let us march!
Martin, that sounds really good. You're getting better.
Oh my gosh, all that quarantine practice, Martin.
How do you hope to be remembered?
She always has the big questions.
Wait, hang on. Do you mean how we hope to be remembered by anyone who meets us, or just, well, in general, like after we die?
The latter.
Kind of a morbid conversation for the dinner table, no?
I don't know. I guess I've been thinking about how history will remember this moment.
Well, 2020 will definitely make a mark in the history books, that's for sure.
Our actions will last, but we won't. It doesn't matter how we are remembered by other people. To worry about that is not very helpful. A little indulgent, even. We're dust.
Wow. Well, that's a tasteless and insensitive thing to say. I sure as hell won't be forgetting those we've lost anytime soon.
No. What I'm trying to say is our bodies can be gone in an instant, but our actions live on. Right?
Do you even care about what you're doing? Your actions, your profession that you love so much? The Andrew I once knew actually cared about people and doing the right thing. I don't even know who you are anymore.
What? But we've been friends for ages. I thought
you're choosing to be a cop.
Dude, like,
I know.
you have to realize that right now. It's not that you're a bad guy or anything. It's like,
I don't even know why you
look at the things that you're choosing to do.
Realization of how bad.
Wait, guys, whoa. What is happening?
Is anyone else seeing this?
Should we go out and check on what's happening?
They're too far. We can't reach them anyway.
I haven't gotten
no alerts from the station yet about anything going on.
It's probably none of our business. Plus, I'm high as shit anyway.
Well, we definitely shouldn't be leaving the house after curfew.
Wait, the fire is spreading.
It's spreading towards us. John, where's our baby?
Olga, we should check on Masha. She's not answering her phone.
There's nothing we can do unless you want to go out and help her. But you can't leave the house, Irina. You're immunocompromised.
Don't worry. Whatever is going on, my buddies will arrive soon enough and put an end to it. I'm off the clock.
Hey, girl.
Hey, did you skip the dinner too?
No, I was there, but I left early. It was getting kind of weird.
Oh my God. Well, it's happening. Holy fucking shit is happening. They burned down Target.
Yes, Target. They burned it down.
As the fuck they should. They overpriced everything. They'll be all right.
So, how are you feeling?
Dana, I'm in shambles, bro. Like, I want to be protesting, but there aren't that many where I am, and I feel helpless. Bitch, how are you?
I might.
Wrong. Try again. How are you?
Honestly, I'm feeling a lot of shit, like shocked, sad, mad, afraid. But I do know one thing. I know things are about to change. I can feel that.
I'm sorry.
What? You didn't do anything?
No, I'm sorry. I can't imagine what you're going through. Has my sister reached out? Have any of them reached out? I've been avoiding them. They just don't get it.
No, but they sure have been posting a lot of stuff on Instagram.
And there are friends. We should keep their asses accountable. Did you ever say anything to Monica about that time she fucking touched your hair without asking? Or when Hank gave his coat to the manager of that Haitian restaurant we tried last year? Or even way back when she first met you and Sarah said you were articulate?
Yeah, I get it, but I'm tired too. I've been putting my whole being into this. The protests, Twitter, Instagram, petitions. And then still on top of all of that, I can't even walk down the block. And I got to tell my future kids that they can't, or they have to think twice about doing something simple as wearing a hoodie. Do you think they got to think about this shit? Nobody knows what I'm going through. Nobody, not even you. I love you, but not even you. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of mad right now.
No, don't apologize. I know I can't possibly know what you're going through, but promise me you'll go to therapy this week, please. We have to take care of ourselves.
Yeah, but I'm so tired of just always having to be the person that brings it up first. I don't want to be labeled as the angry Black woman.
Oh, fine. I'll call them out. Fuck them. If our friends aren't checking in on us, they aren't our friends. It's always us two against the world. Why can't they speak up about it for a change? Ugh. Maybe I gotta talk to my sisters, get them to fucking step up for once, you know?
Yeah, but then I don't know. They just always try to change up my words on some not all white people shit.
Oh my God, I've been so radicalized during this whole time. Plus, we're in quarantine, so you know I have time to educate myself in how to abolish racist structures. You know, maybe it's time for some new friends.
I think so.
Do something!
What do you want me to do? Go piss in the fire?
Do you really think your penis alone is the solution to the whole world being on fucking fire? Protect our baby!
My piss could work as some sort of a fire hose.
Enough about your fucking dick.
We can't protect our baby forever. When do we let her grow up?
When the world isn't on fucking fire.
That might not happen in her lifetime.
The fire will keep on burning until there is nothing left, or until it consents to be put out. The world is upset, and the world is fighting. I don't want to let our baby grow up, as you say, until the world has accomplished what it is setting out to do right now.
Not in our lifetime.
All of a sudden, everyone is against me and the work that I do for the community. What the hell is going on? I'm not a villain. Oh, you want to point fingers? Look at the Holocaust, slavery, lynchings, women and minorities being denied the right to vote. Your pain? It's not my fault. Humanity is a self-hating collective of organisms. We always have had hatred in our hearts, and we always will. That's just a fact!
Hey Andrew, I saw your post on Insta, and I just wanted to say that, like, I don't think the evilness that overruns our societies can be blamed on human genetics. Like, it's nurture over nature, dude. Hatred is learned. And you, as a person in power, teach our kids your own hatred by example. It is your fault. ACAB, fuck the police.
Hi, Jennifer. How can you expect hatred to go away in our society when you yourself just claimed that all cops are bastards? My brother's a cop in our town, and he is one of the hardest working and kindest people I have ever met. Now he's a bastard all of a sudden? Would you say that to my child's face?
For those who still don't get it, all cops are bastards refers to the system that promotes racism and brutality. We are not saying that your brother as an individual is evil. The organization we have created as a country, that is what's evil.
Okay, hey everyone. I've just been noticing a lot of my white friends posting on social media about like Black Lives Matter and police brutality, which is awesome, but also we need to be doing something real, like redistribute your wealth. Remember that words only take us so far. Donate to Black organizations or Black businesses. Don't be performative.
Hey followers, so in light of everything going on, I thought I wanted to share some experiences of what it's like to be in an interracial relationship right now. My girlfriend Dana is much better equipped to help us through all of these, explaining all the social injustices and insults baked into the foundations of our country, but she's a little busy right now. So instead, I'm gonna share with you guys some funny stories about some of our cultural miscommunications over the years.
Martin, you know I'm a fan of your channel and I loved watching your vlogs. I must say, however, that I was struck by your decision to let Dana take control of educating your viewers on the deep roots of racism in our country. Why is this her job? Because she's Black? We need to pick up some of the responsibility. Racism affects us all. Hashtag get woke, hashtag BLM.
Fuck all of you.
Dude, what were you thinking? That was so tone deaf of you. Like, you don't understand honestly what you were doing.
Literally
know what you're doing.
Like, Dana, are you okay? Like, do you need to talk to anything, girl? Like, please talk to me. Like, ask me. I'm here. Like, I literally, if you need anything,
What are we
I
supposed
got
to
you.
do?
You know what I mean? I'm here for you.
Stop! Enough! Do you hear yourselves? Take a pause. You don't always have to talk. You don't have to be the one talking. You don't have to be at the center. Okay? And if you have questions, if you're confused, if you don't understand why here, why now, it's okay. No one will be mad at you. You just have to be willing to listen. Like we can't spoon feed you the answers. The answer to the question, have we done enough now, will always be no. God's away on business, so we have to take over, okay?
Hey, girl.
Hey,
What's wrong, Boo?
there's a fire in my building.
Oh, shit. Wait, what's happening? Are you okay?
I'm okay. It started in the basement and there are no fire alarms down there. It's been kind of sparking all day and nobody knew. Our slumlord building manager was only doing quick fixes and never got to the root of the issue. So it just kind of got out of hand and just, I guess it's had enough and I couldn't be suppressed any longer.
Oh my God. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go?
Well, that's what I was hoping to talk to you about.
Shit. Babe, I'm so sorry. You know how much I would love to have you over right now, but my life has been really busy lately, planning that bridal shower and class and work.
Well, I could really use your help right now.
And you know how badly I feel about this. It's just really not a good time for me right now.
All right. It's not a good time for me either, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm sorry. I actually have to run. I have a drop off to make across town. I'll check with you later. Okay? Okay. Bye.
Hey babe, what's up?
Hey, are you able to talk right now? I kind of need a big favor.
Yeah, of course. What's going on? What do you need?
So my building is on fire.
What? What is, Dana, what is happening?
There was smoke everywhere. I couldn't breathe. I just ran. I'm lucky enough to even get away.
Oh my God.
I really hate to put you on the spot, but
Stop right there. Stop. come over. Of course, come over, and I'll cook us something to eat, and you can stay as long as you need.
Okay. I just can't seem to look away. The fire's so massive. The flames, they're engulfing the whole building. And I don't know what to do right now, but I just know I need to do something.
Yeah, okay?
Okay, and I actually think we have a lot of other stuff to talk about, actually. I saw your last video.
Oh boy, are we gonna have another fight?
No, we're gonna have a discussion.
Great. Can't do anything fucking right.
I'm so high.
Oh, fuck. I needed that. Oh my God. I'm feeling the activist burnout or whatever they're calling it so hard.
I do feel that. I feel that too, honestly. Like, I want to post my outfits again. I want to post my art again.
Oh my God, Sarah, life must be so hard.
Yeah, actually, wait, Sarah. What? Sorry. It's kind of awkward. I know we're not talking right now. Yeah, sorry. I've just like been approached by a couple of people who I guess are kind of frustrated with your like Instagram presence right now. Okay. I mean, I don't look at your posts anymore. No offense. Not like I watch your stories. So this is not coming from me, though I support them. But I guess it's just like, I guess kind of performative or something, like posting selfies with captions about Black Lives Matter and like kind of making yourself the face of anti-racism and, you know, promoting your own business, whatever.
Okay, well, it's like super shitty that somebody was gossiping about me to you of all people instead of just telling me this directly.
Okay, well, the person who literally talked to me about this said that they didn't feel comfortable reaching out to you individually as a Black person, so I think that's kind of valid. So
okay, well, if they had reached out to me, they'd know that I've donated like hundreds of dollars this week alone.
Okay, cool. Yeah, money that you made from selling your art, but like,
yeah,
dude, your parents pay full tuition. Are you kidding? You literally told me how much money you got for your birthday. Like, don't play right now.
Natasha, what the fuck? Why do you think it's okay to talk to me about this right now? And like,
Literally not personal. I'm just standing up for my friends, and they're frustrated by it. So I don't know what to tell you.
Look, I'm with Natasha. I think.
Thank you.
It's
Time and place.
I mean, did you guys?
I get you, Natasha, totally, but I feel like
our moment.
I don't know.
I'm literally doing
Other voices.
Thing.
You don't have to
It's a little uncomfortable to kind of sit there and listen to that a little bit.
Separately.
I don't know.
Wait, where's Arena at?
She was just here a minute ago.
She'll be back.
I'm texting her right now.
I'll check to see if she's posting. Can someone check SnapMap?
Yeah, I'm on it.
She shares her location with me, but nothing. She must have turned her phone off.
Oh.
Do that.
The last thing she told me is that Masha was not answering her phone. Wait, did she go out to find her? But she can't. She has a lung issue, guys.
No. She wouldn't be out there. She's social distancing. She's being good.
She literally was just at dinner with us, so I don't know what you mean about social distancing. So
If she is going to a protest, I don't want her hanging out with us again until she's self-quarantined for 14 days. It's not safe for the baby.
Bitch, you're not safe for the baby.
Don't call my wife a bitch.
Jennifer, I don't need to call my friends a bitch. Why don't you check yourself?
Like, at least she just.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a fire. I wanted to be this thing, this necessity that everybody needed, but nobody could touch. I wanted to be strong. I wanted to have power. I wanted to be dangerous, because all my life I wasn't. I was the weakling. Last kid picked for dodgeball. kid who always had to ask for the teacher for help in class. The kid who started lifting weights because he was getting beaten up behind the school. It was deeper than just that, though. My need for strength. My need to be fire. My dad was a cop. His dad was a cop. If I didn't go into the police force, I was worse than just weak. I was a faggot. Too bad the force didn't change shit. I look back through the cases that I've done, and I see all the people I've arrested in my 2 years on the force, and I wonder why I had to ruin so many people's lives. One black kid had weed in his car. BAM! 3 years in prison at least. My superior officer slammed him into the cop car, and I just stood there with no mercy. I remembered in that moment that I smoked pot in high school with my friends, and that was okay because it was just different. I realize now that I'm not a fire, I'm not strong, I'm not cool. The cops are the biggest fire ever. They can't be touched. They spread uncontrollably. They're out of control and hurt innocent people. It's by no coincidence it's black people they hurt the most. I'd say cops are bastards, but that's too generous. Cops are thugs. I go to sleep every night now, wondering if the world can ever forgive me.
Hey, Masha. I'm sorry I haven't been reaching out. I can't believe that Irina stepped up this time and I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I've been a shitty sister. I should have done something. I should have stood with you instead of thinking that you're against me. I'm sorry I've been afraid my whole life. I'm sorry.
And it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay to just sit and let them walk all over us, you know? That's what they wanted, to make us fight against each other and make us forget the real enemy. But I'm glad we're talking again. I'm glad we're talking about this.
Yeah. Once we found Irina, I'll talk with her too. We're family after all.
Actually, this time I know where she is.
I think so too. I'll see you there.
Y'all, I think what's happening right now is real. I mean, it's long overdue. It's just not enough anymore for us to wait and dream for this happiness or change to come years from now or something. I'm sick of that. Jesus Christ, I have been so comfortable for so long. White people, what are we waiting for? Honestly? Now is the time. We know much more than our parents and our grandparents did. We need to actually speak up and stop being so fucking lazy and ignorant. Educate yourself. Check yourself for your own biases. We need to take action and do better.
Hi, Dana. I want to apologize for the other day. It was really shitty of me to be going on about that bridal shower when your building was on fire. When your building was on fucking fire. I'm a terrible friend, and I've been a terrible ally. I'm so sorry. Can we talk? I love you, boo. Also, I've attached your official invite to the 4th of July party we're throwing to this email. So hopefully I'll get to see you there. Love, Monica.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
So, did you just get this email invite?
They did not just invite us to a 4th of July party.
Yeah, they did. Is this supposed to be like some kind of version of an allyship or something?
What, how are you feeling? Better? This free mental health crisis line has been on speed dial for the past week. I think I'm slowly getting better, but the fight's not over.
Yeah, it's been tough, but I will admit this rally that I went to the last weekend, it made me feel so powerful and just filled with pride. It wasn't even that big, and there was no looting or rioting, but we all know that the protesters weren't even starting those. But yeah, I just felt like I was being a part of history for my city.
You were being a part of history. We all are. We're going to tell our kids one day about all the shit we went through in 2020. All right, a global pandemic, quarantine, this Oompa Loompa looking ass president, Biden, the continuous killings of Black folks, the appalling racism America continues to perpetrate, how our white friends ain't said shit to us directly. Or if they do, it's going to be a little too late.
Yeah, they don't have to feel half of the pain that we feel. And honestly, I don't even feel comfortable talking to them about it because I feel like I'm making them uncomfortable and I feel like, what am I trying to say? I don't like talking to them about it because I feel like it makes them feel uncomfortable to be held accountable.
Yeah, I mean, well, we can tell our kids we spoke up for ourselves and stop like all this craziness. We'll be a good example and make history at the same time.
Yeah, you're right. I am proud to know that I stood up for myself.
I'm so proud of you, okay? Take care. I love you, okay? Be careful at the protest. I'm about to go to one right now, okay?
Hey, thank you.
I realized what a pathetic life this was. I did nothing. I said nothing. I was just watching as a fire incinerated everything around me, inching closer and closer, questioning who was to blame for this wrecked, detrimental destruction that I witnessed in such vain. I watched as the whole world crumpled into pieces. Come to realization, I was adding to the flame. How could I let this happen? Everyone vanished around me, leaving me alone with what I witnessed. Images of callous devastation erupted in my mind. How could I let this happen? Right in front of me, all this time.
I deal with a constant, eternal battle. I tell myself that I must be a model minority. I must work twice as hard as my white colleagues to get half as far. But I also have to act chill and unbothered to avoid being labeled and stereotyped. No. America doesn't express its hatred of me as openly and strongly as it does its Black community, but I feel it too. A constant disregard for my personhood. They can treat me however they want because what can I do about it? Who do I tell? Who would listen? Who would care? I've never said this aloud, but when he put his hand on my thigh, I had a moment, a thought, and I hate myself for it. I thought, am I lucky? Is this the white man who will save me? Is he the man who's gonna pull me up the ladder? Is he gonna hold the ladder while I climb it? But then I thought, no, I can't rely on him to hold it still. He might shake it. He might knock it down. So I held my own ladder and I nailed it to the ground, unshakable. And now I want to reach down to those below me and pull them up. I want to reach out to my sisters, to Masha, and pull her up with me.
Look me in the eye and tell me that you didn't attempt to try. to fix the wounds of the broken, sew the patches to help the injured. Speak up for mankind. No, you turned a blind eye. You have too much power using it so callously. This is beyond repair. Don't avoid your mistakes. Don't avoid my eyes. Don't walk away now. Don't spread more lies.
You say you love me, but it's hard for you. Hard to understand what I'm going through. I wiped your tears when your life got hard, but my pain, you think you can disregard? Go cast your fucking ballot, because complacency, it's a bad fucking habit. We've been exhausted for generations with your tricks and discriminations. We can't be on you all the time, just to ensure you're committing no crimes. We want a real fix, a long-term, functional, disruptive twist. Our personhood is more valuable than your capitalist system. We refuse to be your others, your less thans, and your victims.
My parents always taught me to look away. Even when I was little, they seemed surprised to see my head peeking over the railing, observing them quietly as they danced and also fought. And I realized that there are some things I'm not supposed to know, even in my own home. I saw you, my love. I saw you reaching for me, and I didn't want to admit that you were burning. And I looked into your eyes, and I saw the way your mouth curled in pain. You couldn't breathe. I felt like I'd overstayed my welcome. I turned away like he couldn't breathe. And they still can't breathe. I should have done something. I should have done anything. I should have beat the glass until I broke through. They're my blood. They're my body. I watched myself burn. Like, how can I breathe into this vessel when so many out there have been extinguished forever? What use am I now? Is there another fire somewhere? Please, let me go and find another fire. I won't be afraid this time. I promise. Or I will be, but I'll work through it. I'll keep breathing for all my sisters and brothers and mothers and fathers and daughters and sons who no longer can. My parents are wrong. We're meant to see it all. This is reality, and I won't look away.
This is my family, and I won't look away.
This is my body, and I won't look away.
This is my world, and I won't look away.
I think America must see that riots do not develop out of thin air. A riot is the language of the unheard. What is it that America has failed to hear? It has failed to hear that the promises of freedom and justice have not been met.
Hang on to the world as it spins around. Just don't let the spin get you down. Things are moving fast. Hold on tight and you will last. Keep your self-respect, your manly pride.
Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. And it's really hard for actors not to have the feedback of live clapping. So thank you for being here though. And we'd love to bring actors back in. You guys want to turn your cameras back on and come be present if any of our audience members have questions. And we've got a bravo company, excellent work. We have our we also have three fantastic assistant directors for this production. Are they able to turn their cameras on and join us? Greg, Janing. Well, Janing's here. Janing played Olga. She's also an assistant director. And Kate, assistant director and choreographer. So thank you so much, team. We've got Greg as our third assistant director on YouTube, monitoring the chat with any questions that folks have. So there might be a little delay while we get that sorted out. Because I haven't got anything yet from Greg, but we'd love to hear what your thoughts were. How do y'all feel? Oh no, I'm gonna mute that.
Sweaty.
Can we talk?
Of course, yeah, you can talk. Yeah. How do you feel? My neighbor is sawing things, so go ahead and talk. Go ahead, Dana. Dion, this is Dion, not Dana.
I feel good. I'm proud of what we did. And it was so great to work with you guys. Thank you.
If you can change your name so the audience can see your actual names on your screens. And just maybe we bop around and just introduce ourselves while we're waiting for questions. Just quickly say who you are and where you're from, maybe. Yeah, Janing, why don't you start?
Cool. So yeah, my name is Jenny. I'm from Hangzhou, China, currently staying in New Jersey. And I'm so happy to be in this production with you guys.
Naomi.
Hey, I'm Naomi. I am a student at Vassar College. I'm currently located in Vermont, and that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching.
Jasmine.
Hey, I'm Jasmine. I'm from Jersey City.
Yes. Molly.
Hi, I'm Molly from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm super grateful to have been a part of the lab company. Even virtual, it's just been a wonderful experience. So thank you all.
Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan Hasty. Glad to be here. Quarantining here in Baltimore, Maryland, while New York, it's a little cleaner.
Kate.
Hi, I'm Kate, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Gregory's multitasking, but he is. Want to introduce yourself real quick, Greg?
I'm Gregory. I'm coming to you from New York City, and yes, keep sending questions.
Great. Thanks, Greg, for doing that. Jackie.
Hi, I'm Jackie, and I'm from Binghamton, New York, and it was such a fun experience, and everyone's so talented. I'm so happy I did the theater company with you guys virtually.
Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm a rising sophomore at Muhlenberg College. I'm from Gainesville, Florida originally, and I'm very grateful to have done this experience and met all of you, and it's been an honor working with y'all.
Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt. I live in Brooklyn, but I'm quarantining here in Pipersville, Pennsylvania at my parents' place. What a great moment to not only have something to do right now, but something active that it's been such a joy to be in virtual space with so many different voices during this particular moment in our history. And to work on something like this has been really fulfilling. And thank you, everyone. I hope that we all get to meet in person at some point soon.
Audrey, do you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Audrey. I'm currently in Lakeland, Florida in my childhood bedroom. And I just wanted to say that I'm so proud of this. And I'm sad that I don't get to see your faces at 10 a.m. every day anymore.
This is the audience. This is their final thing they're doing together as a lab. This is their final act, was doing their devised piece. Michelle, do you introduce yourself?
Yo, hi, I'm Michelle. I'm from Queens, New York, but I just graduated from Cornell, so I'm still in Ithaca. Yeah.
Zach.
Hi, I'm Zach. I'm from New Jersey. I'm going to be a senior at NYU, and thank you everyone for tuning in.
Sammy.
Hi, I'm Sammy, and I live in Brooklyn, New York. Thanks for watching.
Sammy was also our dramaturg, which means she took a whole bunch of material. We had over 80 pages of material that everybody wrote, and Sammy distilled it into a cohesive whole, which we all worked on together. But Sammy's job was really to make sure that the play made sense ultimately for our audience. Dion, did you introduce yourself?
Hey y'all, I'm Dion. I'm from Mississippi, but I live in Harlem. And once again, thank you to everyone. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed it and I learned a lot.
So we have some very juicy questions, y'all, from the chat, and really pertinent questions, and ones that I'd love for you to be able to answer that are dealing with a lot of issues we talked about in rehearsal. We had one where people are interested in how do we navigate race and power dynamics in the devising process, and then along with that, there was a perception of some people in the chat, they were considering the difference between the Caucasian voices and the POC voices. Well, the question was, why were the POC voices not centered? So that's the perception of what landed on the audience. I don't know if that's true for all of us. I know that we were working hard to make that happen. But any thoughts that you all have on that, of navigating the voices between the two groups, Caucasian and people of color? I'm gonna jump in.
Well, I can jump in.
Jasmine?
Yeah, I think it's strange because it's, I think, hard enough to be an artist of color at this time, but also especially in a devising piece, like at all points artists of color want to show that they can be cooperative, want to like have good relations with everybody, but they also, I mean, we also want to express our feelings, and so it gets easier, I think, when we feel safe and like we feel like our words won't land on deaf ears, and that definitely took readjusting. Like, this piece was not what it is today, like as it was 7 days ago, and in large part that's because we have a very open group of people who are willing to take that on.
Thanks, Jasmine. Would say if others are, while others are considering, when you are devising with a group, they wanted to, this came from that I brought in Three Sisters that someone else also asked about source text. Three Sisters as just, here's a play that already exists with a plot, which is when you are working on a devising process and you don't have a lot of time, it's a good place to start, that you know, like, here's a chain of events that can happen. But at no point was that it's supposed to be a play. Were we supposed to do a Chekhov play? Chekhov is a white writer centering white voices, centering a lot of privilege. So we started with that, but we also started with who's in the room. So a big part of our process was for all of this company to tell a truthful story. And how do you create an ensemble piece right now when you do have a large proportion of white actors in the cast? And so it was definitely, what you're seeing, audience, is very much almost the middle of a process, instead of a completely finished product. The devising process is to write this much density of material that you saw, which is due to the fact that these are fantastic writers and they just kept generating great work. It needs time. It's not a finished play that, you know, we're not going to publish it tomorrow. So I'm sure you were seeing various things as we're trying to navigate how to create the best story for this group. And I think that's a nice point that you made, Jasmine. But I don't want to do all the talking. Anyone else thoughts on how do we navigate the racial and power dynamics in the devising process? Any other thoughts on? Another thing y'all might be able to adjust as you're thinking about what kind of questions you want to answer. How did we go about devising through Zoom? And how is that different from in real life?
Well, I can say something. To piggyback off of what Jasmine said and what you said, Amanda, about it still now not being like a finished product, and how we were still changing and adding things every day. Because it definitely taught me to just use my voice more and to not be afraid to say things, and that it's okay if I'm indecisive or I don't know how to answer a question, because I don't want to speak for, the whole Black community or people of color. Because, one person may think something and another person may think another thing. So I definitely think it's something that, it's always growing, and you may never have a finished product with something like this because everyone has such different opinions. So yeah, and that's okay. I definitely learned that. If I answered the question.
Yeah, it's I think this is audience interest and perspectives. Audience would like to hear from the white actors in the process, what it was like navigating it for you. I should also say, while you're thinking about that, to our audience, we started this process the day after the riots began, I believe. Is that right, Ensemble? Not riots, the protests, and then followed up by what happened after that. So when we sat down to work together, the first couple of days were just trying to deal with what was going on. So when the cast is talking about this liveness and this in process, that's very true, that this group of folks and me, but I'm not ultimately up there. So this group of folks who have to tell the story was very much trying to process and create something at the same time. Is there any white actors who'd like to share a perspective on? Yeah, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, because we talked, a little bit. Because I was very depressed with the whole thing and stuff like that, because I wasn't sure, because you don't want to be, the white savior part and like play that, but you want to be an ally and like that middle ground of finding the right way to put that and show your support. So for me, it was very difficult, but at the same time, I sort of thought, or at least in terms of me, was to just take a seat, to take a seat and let more voices come in, because for me, I just felt like it was time to hold up just for a little bit. That's how I felt.
Alex, you're gonna say something? Yeah.
Yes. Like what Dan said, I do believe that it is important to step back and make sure that people of color in your devised piece are having their voices heard. At the same time, you should also be ready if the piece isn't going in a way that is not amplifying their voices. It is important, and no one is saying anything. You should be able to call that out and say, hey, maybe we're not necessarily doing as much as we can with this issue, and we're just sort of delegating them to only talk about race. And it's important to be, obviously you need to be willing to take a backseat sometimes, because not every issue is about you, but you also should be willing to call issues out if you do see them.
Thanks, Alex. Anyone else a perspective? Yeah, Sammy.
Yeah, I could just talk a little bit about like our process in devising. So we started separate in 2 different groups, and the first assignment was to just create something, anything that like sparks what you've been dealing with recently and personally. And the fact is, a lot of us are white actors and white artists, and what we were dealing with was quarantines and things that we want, like we did want to show it to be silly things like about social media posting and about wanting to go to restaurants, and we're not trying to justify that by any means by showing it, but just trying to show variety in different humans, and like that's just like what the world is. We're a collective, and that's why we did include a cop, and we're not promoting cops as like we're not supporting cops, but we want to show just like humans existing and cohabiting a planet together and what that leads to. And so we just kind of created different things for ourselves, and then it created so much content, like as Amanda said, like over 80 pages of content. And then it just became trying to figure out how can we relate to each other in this world. So we decided to go with the idea of the family, like in Three Sisters, but make it a chosen family. So like we're all just a group of people that gets together for our Zoom parties and our Zoom dinners. And the things that we talk about are the things that we're dealing with individually in our lives. And then, you know, when it came to like everything that with the more serious things going on in the world, and like realizing how bad our system is fucked up, and like we needed to focus it more on that. And then we realized, okay, well, Act 2 kind of became this quarantine kind of privileged area of us all just complaining about the little things. And then it's like, but that's not what we want to end it on. That's not the image we want to be leaving anyone with. So then we kind of took it into a different direction. And like Amanda says, it's definitely not a completed process by any means. But it was like all about exploration and educating and just like being a unit together and figuring out what we can create.
Thanks, Sammy. I think that's great. And along with that, what you also saw, audiences, for the most part, the actors were speaking lines that they wrote. That's not always true. Some of them they reassigned often for the racial dynamics in the room. But you were seeing things that this company wanted to say, which they did work on ensemble wise. And somebody just asked, just to finish up, how we built trust and safety in the devising process. We did work as an ensemble. It was very much, we would come in with material and we would discuss it together, whether it needed to be there or not. And I just, as a leader and deviser and director, very much believe that I have to decolonize my room. I don't know more than these folks do. I'm a guide from the outside. So I was always really grateful. This was a really brave group to speak up and say, that doesn't feel right to me, or this needs to happen, or I wrote that, but I'm not going to say that because if I say it, it reads this way. If this other person says it, it reads this way. And so it was very, very ensemble driven, very, very much so. So I'm so sorry about my neighbor. On that note, somebody else. Great. Welcome to sunny California, where people are making furniture in their garages. Anyone else? We have the end. We've reached the end of our time. So please let us know. Send the Hangar feedback. It was wonderful to have you with us today. Thank you for engaging with the material. We know it was hard. We know it was tricky. And just grateful that you were here and witnessing the work of these remarkable young professionals. I can't wait to see what they do in their future. Thank you, audience. Thank you for joining us. Bye.